What's good, you guys? It's your girl Fallon. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Baby Mama Chronicles, where we discuss everything love, light, and relationship, especially when it comes to you and your baby daddy, okay? If you want to hear more content like this, just stay tuned, and yeah, I know you're gonna love it. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. Hope you missed me. A little hiatus, just a very short one and quick one, but you know I'm back with the game to shoot the ish with y'all. I love y'all and I missed y'all. Hope y'all missed me too. Okay, so today I'm going to give you the 5 ways to tell if a man is still in love with his baby mama, okay? A lot of us are dating in the dating market, and a lot of men have kids. The older that you get, you will start to see that men will pop up with children. So a lot of times you are going to find that men do have children, are not married, and do have other attachments to other women, you know, i.e. their baby mama. So I'm going to give you the 5 ways to tell to see if he still has feelings for her. Sign number 1, your boo still has feelings for his baby mama. He makes excuses to do things as a family, okay? Now, if you go back through all of my other videos, which I definitely implore you to do, very informative, very, you know, entertaining as well. I definitely, it's like a kind of like a reoccurring theme where I talk about, you know, how important it is to co-parent effectively. It makes a difference when both parents can be on the same page and kind of join forces, even in, you know, person, as far as being able to do activities and stuff with the child, and just showing physical presence with both parents there with the child, and how influential that can be for a child's development, right? However, I've also said in other videos too that it's not necessarily necessary, you know what I mean? It's not, you don't have to do it that way. I think it really just depends on the relationship between the baby mama and the baby daddy. You know, are you guys mature enough to handle just a platonic co-parenting relationship? Can you guys put your differences aside in order to put the child first and ensure their happiness is at the top of the priority list? You know, there are a lot of checks and balances that I think that one would need to go through in order to figure out whether or not they fit inside that category. But it's not a requirement that a mother and a father that are not together, living in separate homes, you know, do things together, especially frequently and excessively as a family all the time. Because what it will do sometimes is, especially the younger your child is, it will give them the inclination that, hey, my mother and my father are together. But then that also poses other questions that you guys may not be ready or willing to answer at the moment as to why one parent lives in this place, one parent lives in that place, right? All of that stuff. But if this dude, that's your boo, is telling you like, oh yeah, well, you know, just a couple of weeks ago, they took the child to, you know, go see the Christmas lights, right? It's the holiday season and stuff. So, you know, they, you know, took them to go see the holiday lights, or, you know, Santa Claus, take pictures or whatever. Okay, cool. You took them to go see Santa, take the pictures, not a problem. Right? But then, okay, now comes this weekend, and now you're taking them to a family function at your or he's taking the baby to a family function at, you know, his baby mama people house, and he's showing up. Why are you going? Why are you doing all of these outings and all of these, you know what I mean? Again, it is not impossible. It's such a fine line, you guys. And I think intuitively as women, as I always say, we have that gift. We have to make sure that it is tuned in and tuned on. We actually have to be self-aware in order for it to be at its highest level, right? But we have to start making sure that we are tuned in to be able to pay attention to see what the frequencies are and how it makes us feel, because that usually will allude to whatever the truth is, you know? So if it's that kind of relationship where they're able to co-parent and that's just the nature of their relationship, they genuinely are friends. And I think that, you know, too, as a woman, if you're getting to know a guy and he's very forthright, open, and honest, maybe you've even seen his baby mama when, you know, she's dropped the child off to his house. Oh, hey, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. There's been some kind of interaction there, yeah? Or let's say, you know, you guys have touched base on Instagram, or maybe he was dropping the baby off and then she hopped on the phone because they just that cool. Like, oh, what's up? I always hear him talking to you. I just don't want you to think it's no problem. You may really come across one of those dudes that have that cool baby mama. But to be quite frank, these kind of scenarios are very, very rare. A lot of the times that baby mama is still going to be looking to partner with that baby daddy and have a relationship with him. And she knows the trump card that she holds by having this man's child. So if he's still invested in spending that kind of one-on-one time with the 3 of them or 4 of them, depending on how many kids he got, child, if he's okay with that and he's, you know, not even just encouraging it, but he's initiating that kind of interaction, it might be a red flag, sis. You might want to pay attention. You know, everybody is super mature, and, you know, of course, we're all, you know, evolving, and we're trying to be in our highest vibration and all that, but all that, okay? If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Okay, you guys, so sign number 2, your boo still has feelings for his baby mama. He buys his baby mama elaborate gifts for birthdays, holidays, Mother's Day, Christmas. He's always buying elaborate gifts. Now, also have spoken about this in previous videos as well. You know what kind of man you're dealing with. So if you know your man or the dude that you're talking to or interested in is within a certain tax bracket where money is not necessarily so tight, I think that it could be a sign of class to buy your baby mama a gift, especially for Mother's Day. If no other day, definitely Mother's Day. Christmas, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And I think that there are certain gifts that you can buy that are very platonic, you know what I'm saying? It's so funny, you know, a lot of the times in the way that we express things to each other, that's the reason why there's different love languages, right? Everything is not always a verbal omission as far as like saying if something is to be proven true or not true. You can show people. There can be an act of service that you do. There can be the time that you spend that illustrates that. There's all these different barometers and ways that you're able to tell, and you can kind of like scope those things out. So even in the act of gift buying, that can say a lot depending on what gift it is that you choose to buy. If you're talking about, you know, buying somebody a handbag, right? Like a whole purse. I think that's a little personal, not like a nice bottle of wine, something that she can share with her boo, her man, or, you know, her family or friends. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go through the whole list. I think you kind of know what I'm talking about, ladies, like what would be deemed appropriate and what's not. And not only that, if it goes beyond Mother's Day, which I feel like, again, should be a day that you honor the mother that gave birth to your child or children, I don't have a problem with that. If he is spending money on his baby mama unnecessarily, you know, it has nothing to do with the betterment of the child and the money is not going towards the child, and he's kind of showering her with these gifts unnecessarily, that's definitely a sign he still has feelings for her. Okay, so sign number 3, your boo still has feelings for his baby mama. He consistently brings her up, good or bad. Sometimes I think we think that, you know, of course, if he's bringing her up in like a good way, if he's just doting on her, oh my God, my baby mama is the greatest mother. She is the best mother. You know, she graduated with, you know, the top of her class. You know, she has her MBA. Or, you know, she is so just amazing. She's just a really sweet person. You know, any guy is going to be so lucky to have her. You kind of like, okay, well, nigga, I mean... But a lot of the times, too, we get it twisted and feel like because a man is speaking negatively, not even just in the baby mama, baby daddy scenario, but just in general, if a man is speaking negatively upon a woman, and then that means, you know, he don't have no feelings for her or he don't like her. It may be more telling if a man is speaking negatively about a woman that he still has emotions for her than the other way around, because why are you so hurt? Why are you holding that kind of animosity, and why are you kind of spewing out that negativity in regards to somebody that birthed your child? That's kind of classless, you know, when you really think about it, because that's not something that you should be divulging to me unless you guys are kind of at that point in your relationship or stage in your relationship where he's venting to you and kind of just, you know, and it's not something that's a reoccurring or frequent thing, but something that he's just venting to you in that moment. But if you're getting to know him, if you're just starting a date or whatever, but he's constantly bringing her up in a way, man, my baby mama get on my nerve. My baby mama always, woo. She be always on Instagram, you know, always trying to go out, jumping off our baby. She always, you know, doing this, what she need to do. Why are you so pressed, bro? Why are you so pressed? You know, this is something that we have to start looking at with a clearer, you know, with some clearer glasses. You know, don't have the rose-colored glasses on. Make sure you're looking at it objectively, because that could definitely be a sign that he still has feelings for her. Sign number 4, your boo still has feelings for his baby mama. He will not let you meet the child. So, of course, if she's that typical baby mama, you know, that she just always is super extra and has an issue, it's going to be kind of hard to kind of enter into that relationship where you become an addition to the family by being, you know, in the life of the baby daddy, right? If those things are not present, or you're not necessarily sure, or maybe if it does seem like there may be some issues with the baby mama as far as her leniency with, you know, having the child around other people and all of those different things. What is his temperament? Does it seem like he's fighting in order to make that kind of issue go away? Or is he perpetuating it by putting it all on her? You know, she be tripping. I would let you, you know, come through. Let's say, you know, he's at the house, right? You know, chilling is his time to be with his child. And, you know, you guys are on the phone. And you guys could have even maybe had plans to do something that day. If he hasn't offered and said like, hey, why don't you come by? You know, maybe this is a cool, you could come kick it with us. Like, you know, whatever. Or let's say you offer to bring something like, hey, I could still stop by for a quick second. I don't have to stay. You know, I know how things are, whatever. You know, I can maybe bring him some ice cream or her some ice cream and, you know, just spend some time with you guys real quick. If he is very hesitant about that, that could be a telltale sign. Now, of course, there could be other reasons why. Again, if he know his baby mama be tripping, if he know it's gonna be a problem, if he, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, it's kind of, you know, you kind of have to just use your best judgment, but it definitely could be a thing. But I definitely feel like, you know, if you kind of have an inclination that maybe she do be tripping, but she seems very even keeled, because, you know, y'all be searching on the girl's social media. Y'all know y'all done already went all on her social media, peeped her whole page. A lot of the baby mamas be having their stuff private, so you can't see it. If y'all super thirsty, y'all might have went ahead and created that fake page. I do not condone that. And for y'all that's doing that, if y'all part of my BM gang, please stop doing that. That is so, that's, you know, step it up. Level up. But, you know, y'all done peeped her out. So if it seems like she's just a regular girl, you know what I mean? And maybe they have their issues or whatever, and he's kind of hesitant in that way, it definitely could be a telltale sign that he still has feelings for her. Okay, you guys, so last sign that will let you know if your boo still has feelings for his baby mama. He's hesitant when it comes to getting serious with you. Now, we all know that the majority of men are commitment phobes, okay? Especially the type of men that most of us want to date. And let's just keep it real. That's a whole nother video. But a lot of them are commitment phobic, where they are not really running, you know, to be locked down. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you talk about a man that's attached to a child that's under the age of 5, I've talked about this over and over. Under 5 and under, that's going to be very difficult to enter into that relationship unless he already knew you, unless he had a baby on you. If he ain't had a baby on you or you wasn't already involved, coming into a relationship with a child that's still under 5, there's so many different things that still need to be worked out. So it's going to be difficult, not impossible, but you're going to be kind of facing an uphill battle. So if you're built for that and you feel like that man is that important to you and he's willing to put in a fight, then great. But, you know, if he is being hesitant, even within that 5-year period of the child or beyond, if he's being hesitant, if you guys have been dating for a particular amount of time where it seems like you guys are, you know, bonding, you may have even met the child already at this point. I know the previous sign was kind of like, okay, he haven't let you see the seen the child. Let's say you've seen the child. Let's say you've spent time with the child. If at that point in time, you've spent substantial time with the man, with the child, with the family, you know what I'm saying? Those kind of things. You guys go out in public, okay? Sometimes you got to spell it out because sometimes girls be confused as far as who actually qualifies. And that's no shade. I'm just keeping it real. If you are brought out in the daylight, okay? If you are, you know, being courted, if you are being pursued by this man, but when it comes to this point, he's hesitant to move the needle and kind of go to the next step of your relationship, it may be because he still holds feelings or thoughts and possibilities that this chapter may not be closed with the baby mama. And he knows how messy that potentially could be, because if he messes that up, if he haven't messed it up already, but if he messes that up, that could completely obliterate his relationship that he has with his child. Okay, so most men know that. Most men are going to use their logic and common sense. They're not going to move emotionally. They're going to move rationally. So if it doesn't make sense long term, they're not going to do it. So it's important to recognize that and understand that he very well may be interested in you. He very well may have feelings for you or think that you're a cool girl or see a future with you. But if he still has feelings for his baby mama, he's going to have to put a halt on it just to kind of wait it out and see. He might even be waiting until she get a man child. I can't tell you how many men have told me, you know, I'm so glad my baby mama got somebody. Thank God. So she can get off my back, okay? They're trying to make it make sense. You know what I mean? But if he still has feelings for her, that's going to be very difficult for him to do with you. Okay, you guys, so that is it. I just wanted to come with another quick video, give some game to you guys. If you like what you heard, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help me out, you guys. You know, we have to make sure that our content gets out to the masses. We're trying to stretch out broader and bigger and, you know, all of those good things. And I apologize if I'm like red as a beet. I got my ice cold water here right now, y'all. You know, it's a little bit hot. I don't know if I'm going through hormonal changes or what's going on. But anyway, y'all, like, subscribe, share. I love y'all. I will see y'all next video.